All right, now that we've made it through the inspection and all the negotiating on that, it's time to order your appraisal. Now let's talk about what the appraisal does in difference to, let's start that again. All right, now that we have finished your inspection, now it's time to order your appraisal. Now, the appraisal is a little bit different from the inspection because it verifies the value of the property versus the functionality of the property. And so they're going to go out and look at other homes that have sold in the area to make sure that your home is really worth the value that you're paying for. And if there's things that come up in that appraisal, then they will actually address them. But mostly they're just looking at the market value to make sure that it's the right price. If that appraisal were to come in low, then we go back to the negotiating table and we renegotiate with the seller. If the appraisal comes in high, well then, yay, you're walking into the property with a little bit of equity. So we don't, I will say most of the properties come in almost always at appraised value, and I have some like strong opinions on that, but mostly they come in at appraised value. And if it does come in under, then we'll go back and we'll renegotiate. So the big thing to know is that the processor will be sending you an email with a link, and we need to have you put in your credit card information to pay for that appraisal. That cost is typically $800 to $850. It does vary slightly depending on the home, the type of loan, and if there's specialty items on the property. So we will set that price up front when we do the disclosures. So that amount will go on your credit card. That was disclosed in your closing cost up front, just a portion of that. And look out for that link. I put the information in there. Now, one of the things that we have to do and why we have to pay for that up front is because the appraiser won't actually give us a copy of the appraisal report unless you actually pay for it. So that's why we have you pay for that portion up front on your credit card. If you have any questions about that, send me a text, call me, send me an email, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. All right, let's talk again soon on the next steps.